Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
In the chat and watching at home. Let's see. We got Abby, someone in the chat. Hello, Abby.
Hello.
We've got the Time Prophet,
Hello.
the ever-present Time Prophet.
Hello, Time Prophet.
And Willie P will be from File 13 will be here shortly. So we're just we were in the back room giving him and possibly others some time to check in, but apparently Willie will be late. I haven't heard from anybody else. So, so you know, we got some sad news yesterday or day before about superstar Billy Graham passing away. A wrestling,
you know what? I saw
legend.
that on Facebook earlier today. That's right. And Jim Brown had passed away.
And Jim Brown too. So you got two legends of sports there. One in wrestling and one in football.
I'm more familiar with Jim Brown in Running Man and Mars Attacks, but yeah.
I mean, he became a very a talented actor in his own right. You know, I mean, he was in several movies in the 60s after his football career. One of them was The Dirty Dozen, which was a great movie.
Oh, was he in that? Was it?
Oh, yeah, he was in that. Yep.
Gonna have to watch that again.
That was a great movie with a great cast of stars.
Brilliant movie.
That's a good watch.
That is. I recommend
Yeah,
that.
and you mentioned Mars Attacks. He was great in that. That was a fun movie.
Yeah.
So he'd gotten, you know, and he was an ambassador for football and for just working your hardest and to achieve, you know, things to pull yourself out of whatever quagmire you're in. That was kind of, you know, and of course, you know, football playing. I mean, he had, you know, great record. I mean, he was like, you know, Hall of Famer all the way. Hey, we got. Let's see what's going on with my computer here. We got File 13.
I'll tell you what's wrong.
How's it going, sir?
I'll tell you what's wrong with your computer. It's a fucking old guy operating it. That's what's wrong with it.
Hey, Sonny. You don't know.
Good. Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so I have to be honest as to why I was late. It's a confession. You guys ready? Okay. Yes. Hello, chat. Hello, Time Prophet. Okay, so earlier this week I saw the name of the stream, and I had some concerns.
I know.
We
were discussing this.
Yes, I felt that. I was wondering why Wookie, you know, the subscription count hasn't gone up because he's got good shows and everything. We got great content, and I've been thinking that we're getting like in this weird place because of the names, and so like a lot of like geriatric perverts are clicking on Wookie's stream thinking that it's one thing and they realize it's actually just a bunch of guys talking. So I was very scared to go on the wank battle.
Yes, we were discussing that sort of thing before we came on. It's just like,
the wank battle.
What the hell is a battle wank? I have no idea.
Battle wank.
What is a battle wank? Senor Wookie. See, even Crual thought the same shit. Like, the fucking
Yeah, that's just what we were talking about in the back room. That's the first thing he said. Is like, what the hell is a battle wank? I see it all over the place. What the hell does it mean?
You realize that your thumbnail has a furry gentleman in a suit with watching TV of two men attacking each other, a crowd of men attacking each other. I'm just saying. There's some senior citizen right now like, this is not what I paid for. There's some old man in Taiwan right now that has his pants around his ankles in his chicken coop, fucking saying, this is not what I paid for. This is not worth my 36 yen. I'm fucking telling you. There is some poor Asian man fucking about to orgasm, and he was like, oh, battle wank. And right when he paid his 36 cents and clicked on this bullshit, he sees Crual's bald head, a fat kid with chocolate around his mouth, and an older gentleman in a furry fucking. This is bullshit. I hope you had an orgasm, Wang Chung. I really do. Fucking. That's disgusting, Wookie. See, look. Crual Birab just received a package from Wang Chung, thanking him for the good time. It's probably it's a fucking game of what is it? A Mangjiang, you know? Dearest Crual.
I have a feeling it's probably a movie.
Wouldn't possibly be because I told you what they were.
Hey,
before.
hostman, ¿qué pasa? Welcome to the stream, senor. Good to see you back.
Ooh, nice.
What's up, Cam? How
Princess
you doing?
Bride.
Yeah, I decided to order them for myself as a birthday present. So
That's a good
Oh.
movie.
Nice. Yeah. Two great movies right there.
yeah,
Postman Socrates, welcome to the show. And Cam, welcome.
hey, come, how you doing?
Cam, yeah.
Hey, I don't know if I've seen Hostman in the chat before.
Yeah, he's been there before.
Really?
Yeah,
Hey,
Postman Socrates. Yeah, he frequents Brown too.
Oh, sweet. Hey,
Mr. Brown.
like and subscribe to Wookiees
Yes.
and absolutely.
please.
Come on, do it.
Well, no, he's already subscribed to you, but that,
Yeah, he
go
is.
to my
Oh, that's
channel and
what-
subscribe to me then. Subscribe to
That's all right
somebody.
then.
I don't know. All right, are we gonna go back with Wang, or has Wang already done his thing? No, I'm just wondering, like, Wookie, let's talk about this for a second. I find this very interesting. Yeah,
Very interesting way to.
that's disgusting. It tells a lot about a man about the way he. But anyways, we're not gonna go down that disgusting rabbit hole. Where did you get the name for this stream?
The term battle wank?
Bro, the whole thing. I mean, what the fuck?
The whole thing?
Like,
What? SmackDown?
did you drink a little bit Bud Light before you freaking did that whole thing?
Ooh.
That's not a disc. Plus, Bud Light has dirty chemicals
I
in
always
it.
wanted my picture on a can.
Bro, okay, so here's the question. Let's talk about that. I've seen you in a dress, and you're absolutely disgusting. That being said, how much would it cost for they'd be like, hey, Mr. Wookie Fever, my name is Frank Lejeski. I'm a representative of Bud Light. We had to fire that other tranny, and we saw you in a dress. We want you to do a Christmas
I look
dress.
good, don't I?
You look terrible, right? We want you to do a Christmas dress and a video, right? But you have to, for the rest of your life, admit that you're transsexual, even though you're not. You know what I mean? You're gonna be living a lie like that, like the Mulvaney person did, right? All right.
Yeah.
What is the no shit money?
I'm not a sellout. Fuck 'em.
You fucking really,
No,
bro?
I'm not. No,
I have
fuck
my
'em.
price for everything. All right.
No,
So
no.
if I wear a long skirt and I don't have to show legs and tits, right? I think about 10 mil is good. Now, if I got to start showing legs and really live the lifestyle, we're talking at least, I don't know, upwards in 30-40 million dollars, because like I could, like, I'm okay with dressing like a chick on the outside, but oh, look at me, right? But like in my house, I'm gonna be like, my wife's gonna be hanging out. She's like, yeah, it was worth it. I don't care if you have to wear a dress. because she'll be living good. And then when I die, right, my kids will be like, "You dumb fucks, he was never transsexual, you suckers." And then I'll release this like fucking documentary on Netflix, like, and it's gonna be called the I and I or something. You know how they fucking try to like use one letter and try to make a title? They're like the thoughts in me or the fucking me and my me. I don't fucking know. And it's gonna be like the truth. Like, yeah, I got these suckers for 30 million. Well, how did it start? Well, no shit. We were talking about this shit on the stream with this guy named Wookie. Well, he didn't take me serious. Well, now he's poor the whole entire time, and I'm here motherfucking partying it up as a whatever. Anyways. I was working on a trailer earlier, so I'm doing kind of like a complete dump of thoughts. And anyway, so Wookie, how did you come up with the trailer? I mean, not with the trailer, with the title of this thing.
I think you've
Is he okay?
No, it's because
What the fuck? He went through stages of denial by coughing. Holy fuck! You're all right there, Chief.
I am. I'm good. Horseman Socrates says it best. He says Mr. Brown does Battle Wank streams.
What?
Yeah,
So
I've heard it.
There you
what the fuck is? Oh, like this? I don't know. Oh, well, good for them. Older gentlemen need to keep their heart rate up.
Oh,
I
wait.
guess.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
know.
Here we go. Wookie to Ewok
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, you don't make. Oh, see everything.
Too funny.
It's insane.
Wait.
What is trans Wookie?
Profit.
A Twookie?
Transdimensional.
It's a Twookie. All right, Cam. Adios, muchacho. What's a battle wank? No, seriously. Now I want to know what a battle wank is. Like, is it an actual term that means like, to me, it's like, okay, it sounds like a fucking, like a jerk off contest. Let's be honest.
You could infer that.
Oh, all right. But what is it though? Like, seriously, like, where does it come from? Where does the term come from?
Well, I first heard the term on Mr. Brown, the Lions channel.
Okay.
Yeah,
And, they basically, it's a,
Hi, Tim.
it's like an argument thing. Hey, Tim, how's it going, man? Welcome. It's like an argument thing. You take a subject and just battle over it.
Okay, so let's go. What the fuck you want to talk about?
I don't,
Who's
like I
ready
said,
to
it's
rumble,
an open.
kids?
We're like, pop culture, current events, whatever. Pick a subject. There's a freaking shitload of them because of everybody making money off clicks.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
Talking about current events, it's a case of, well, probably just better off sitting here in silence because we might offend somebody.
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're too worried about offending somebody, then why even talk about anything? You know about that Crual. We've been talking about this shit for years, man. I mean,
That's a good point.
sometimes a person's opinion doesn't mean shit. Sometimes it does. Half the time I'm just full of shit and I just fucking say what I gotta say. The chat goes LOLs and they fucking make their way to the fucking exit.
Right. Yeah, and I know Horseman Socrates also points out that they engage the chat with the battle link as well. So someone comes up with something and then you rebut.
Holy shit. Hey, did you see who's in the chat?
Gobby.
Somebody's
Gobby!
talking about Bud Light and Miller
Hey!
Light. Hey, those fucking
Gobby!
assholes. Look, here's my opinion on the fucking.
I wish you could
bullshit.
be here, brother. If you can, let me know. I'll send you a thing right now.
Gobby's stuck somewhere between a shed and a child. You know that. So, Gobby, we love you. We miss you,
man.
buddy.
We miss you, buddy.
Yes, thanks for jumping in there, bud.
Bud Light, Miller Light, and then
Bro.
Adidas too. Yeah.
Yeah, we were speaking
okay,
about
look.
Adidas before we came on.
But fucking okay, so this is the problem that I have with all this shit. I get it with fucking and not supporting a brand and not putting your money on some shit. I completely understand that, right? But I'm echoing. I am the greatest. Yeah, I'm echoing. Okay, there we go. What I don't understand is like fucking. Well, okay, most of the people are going to go back to this shit. These people that have already been drinking Bud Light for all these years, why would they stop something just because of this? You know, like, or like now what are they doing? They're going to fucking the camouflage cans. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, are people
Be
really
safe, Cam. Walking that vicious animal.
what vicious animal?
The
Me?
dog.
Nah,
He's gonna walk as a dog.
no shit.
Oh,
He'll be back though. He's gonna listen. He'll be back.
But like, do you think people are easily like manipulated to go back to that shit? Like, are people like I don't drink. You know what I mean? And if somebody handed me a Bud Light, I'm gonna drink it. Why? Because I'm not gonna be an asshole to the person and be like, no, I don't want to drink this beer because I have ideologies or whatever. It's just a beer to me. I didn't pay for it, and if the person's being nice enough to give it to me, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I see things differently, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy a fucking case of Bud Light if I believe those type of principles.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
does now them changing now every year for a very long time they'd always done gay pride, right?
Yeah.
And
They come out with the rainbow cans and stuff.
which I love the cans, by the way, because I just see a rainbow in the can and I like the way the can looks. I don't see an ideological an ideology
Right.
towards it, even though I understand that that's what they're trying to push, right? That
Yeah.
being said, that's been going on for a lot of years and that's been acceptable. Am I correct to say that is something that a lot of people have just looked that you look past because I guess it's just been there for so long. You know what I mean?
Depends on what part of the gay community you ask. Some of
Well,
them hate it. They hate
well,
Pride Month. They hate the whole
Yeah.
idea.
I'm talking about just branding. Let's forget about
with a branding situation.
the
Yeah.
public opinion doesn't matter to branding because if it did, they wouldn't have fucked up Bud Light the way that they do. So you know, it is piss water. Yeah, you are fucking so right. Kyle. It is
Get that
pure
right.
piss
It's
water.
Panther piss there, Gobby.
But
Panther piss.
so here's my question. They did this shit. They destroyed Bud Light. We all understand that it's a larger corporation, and they're willing to destroy one little entity just to try something out. But do you really think that them now going to like camouflage cans and things like that will change the perspective of people that fast? And the reason I ask is because now we're talking about people who've drank Bud Light all their lives are like, well, you know what? They went back to camouflage cans. It only was for a short time. Do you think there's just some people out there that will actually bend the knee and be like, you know what? I need to go back just because I've done it for that long, or they're done. Like this was like a point to make that, yeah, we're done with this.
I've seen, and this is just on my personal travels, doing what I do in grocery and big box retail. I actually see, like, I saw a guy this week, old guy, put a 30-pack of Bud Light in his cart and was just going about his business in the supermarket, getting all the rest of his stuff. Like he didn't give a shit. You know, if he likes the taste of the thing, he likes the taste of the thing. That's fine. I'm not going to step up and say, hey, do you know what that's blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not going to do any of that stupid shit. You know, if he wants to drink it, fine. It's his money. I'm not paying for it. You know, it's like with the Miller Lite thing, that whole stupidness. I have a 30-pack in my refrigerator. Well, what's left of a 30-pack of light beer from Miller? Am I going to throw it all out? No, I'm going to drink what I've got, but then I might buy something else.
Yeah, that's what you
But
do.
you know, it kind of depends on what's going on. You know, when all the dust settles, I think you'll see the sales numbers go back to where they were before this thing.
Probably.
I think they will in some cases, not all at once and not right away. You know, it just will, because when the propaganda starts to fizzle down a little bit,
yeah,
you know, things might go back to normal. They don't have to do the camouflage can, in my opinion, or whatever. They can keep the old can they've got. You know, it comes down to personal preference and taste. Some people get a little more triggered than others, but I'm not going to go out of my way, like you said, Willie, to go out and buy a case of freaking Bud Light. You know,
neither am I. I would never consider buying a Bud Light.
And I sure as a shit wouldn't buy a case of Bud Light just to blow it up and on a gun range. Hell no, that's money I just spent.
Did
That's
that make any
expensive
fucking
shit.
sense? These fucking assholes, like, hey man,
I know.
I hate you, Bud Light. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy about like $200 of your product. You stupid. Hold on,
I
give me a
know.
sec.
I was like, okay, now
Oh,
I get,
shit.
what? That's fine if he wants to blow his money. The Kid Rock or whoever,
Yeah.
the actors and activists, they're going to spend their money. Great, awesome. I'll watch you freaking blow the shit out of it. I'll get a little entertainment out of it, but I ain't paying for it, and I ain't going to do that to anything that I have. I'm not going to buy something to destroy it.
Some
That's
room temperature
stupid.
beer.
That's
See, I'll drink some room temperature beer.
Oh, Guinness room temperature is the best.
Guinness.
I'm a Guinness in ages.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth, Hostman?
I like that. Yeah. Pint of heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, Abby, there are people that will harass people over their choices of beer. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hey, Abby, how's it going?
It's like, it's with everything. It's like, it doesn't matter what it is. Someone's wearing a T-shirt that says, there's two sexes, and then they get frickin', attacked or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do you mean? There's
Oh.
two sexes? What are you talking
there's
about? Two
two-
sexes?
There's two sexes.
That's not true.
Oh, really?
That's a fucking lie.
Two sexes?
I think he.
What do you mean, like two sexes? Like there's like.
I think he means gender.
What do you mean?
Like gender. There's like two.
Well,
genders.
there's
It's
many
not really
sexualities.
350.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
You need an innie and an outie. End of story.
What are you talking about? There's more than one
Okay.
sex or gender, whatever they talk about.
I'll simplify it for you. Right?
Thanks,
This
Crual.
bit goes into fucking this bit.
Yeah, I have a question though.
Oh my
Well,
God, that's funny.
You kind of fail with that assessment, sir,
Uh-oh.
because that bit can go into the other bit, and you could be the same sex.
Right.
Technically, you are correct.
Well,
But in order to procreate without the aid of science, you have to have one of each.
okay. So
Not
what he meant
two
to
of
do,
the same.
what do you mean one of each and two? Now you're making riddles and nonsense.
No.
You have to understand that if a person wants to be a bunny, let's just say they're
Yeah.
a bunny.
Yeah.
If a person wants to be a Wookie, you have to allow them to be a Wookie. I don't know why you don't allow people to have their truth. Like, does that make you're a selfish individual, Wookie?
Yes, I am.
Isn't that sickening how those fucking people believe that nonsense like that? Like, how do you expect me to fucking I identify as a tree, right? Let's just say it's insane that a person like, is this shit really real? Like, have you guys really thought about this shit? Like, is this really real? Like, have you ran into somebody? I have never in my life ran into somebody that has told me, call me by your pronouns or some bullshit.
Holtzman Socrates in the chat. I've seen Playboy bunnies, never Mulvaney bunnies. You got that right.
Well,
You got that
well.
right.
give me 1 second.
No.
You fucked up, buddy.
No.
You fucked up.
No.
Hey, you guys remember they call me Foul 13. I'm like a fucking trash of stuff. And he said that he's seen Easter bunnies. Fuck, I called it a challenge, son. But,
I've
There
never
Go ahead, continue with the
anybody- I've never met anybody in my life, even just on my travels up and down the road, that says, "Hello, I identify as a yellow sponge," or any of that. It's just people just generally don't do it. You often see that these people that do these kinds of things, they're always, "Hello, I'm on my phone. I identify as," you notice that they're always on the phone, or they've always got some kind of device of some sort that's recording. Or whatever. It's just like, they misgendered me. I'm so insulted. Yeah. It's like we, they have beliefs and we have beliefs, and that's fine. They're allowed to have these beliefs, but that doesn't mean that we're obligated to thereby validate them. So,
that's the thing. Have you ever ran into somebody that's like, hey, what's up, man? Or hey, what's up? and they're like, no, I identify as him, shim, or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what it is.
Never.
You
I've
know?
never run into anything.
So
Never.
that's why I asked, is this shit really real? Like, I just don't understand. I
So
don't.
what we're looking at in pop culture or just in corporations in general that have started these that like Bud Light, this as a case in point, Bud Light. This would have never happened. None of this would have happened to Bud Light or Miller Lite or Adidas or Nike or Target or any corporation for that matter if they would have not participated. It was a choice because they hired people who were activists that convinced the higher ups that this would be a good idea. So they're trying to manipulate the marketplace and making people think that this is normal.
Mhm.
And
Did you see
that's
that thing with
part of the problem.
Transformers?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Transformers and the pronouns and Transformers as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I wish it would- Hey, Time Prophet has an opinion.
Okay.
I think we should pull it
Oh,
up.
he does?
Yes.
Should I be sitting down for this?
No. This is just
Which one? This opinion?
no. The very last one.
Oh, the
Got
last
trust
one.
the science.
There you go.
Mr. Slides. No.
Here.
I have no slides.
Wow, it's got no slides.
No slides. Abby, someone in the chat says, "Damn, Crow, I thought you were from Long Beach." LOL.
Nope,
Oh,
just
shit.
from sunny old Scotland.
Sunny old Scotland. There you go.
And we're missing a bit of the sun that
So-
we had yesterday.
Yeah.
It's a
Exactly.
nice day yesterday. It's kind of like
Yeah.
today, you know.
Yeah, this Hostman Socrates. Yeah, no slides on this one this time. It's just the slideless stream. Yeah, the slideless stream. We're just pulling up pop culture topics and talking about them. Shit. Um, Speaking of which, I mean, we were talking about superstar Billy Graham, the wrestler, Hall of Famer, passed away.
I thought you were going to say you got caught diddling a kid or something.
No. But the company that he worked for, the WWE, or back then WWF, well, WWE was bought by, I think it's Endeavor Corporation or something like that. It was it's the MMA that owns MMA.
Oh, they've
So
recently
now
done
they're
that,
going to be they're going to be in charge of the WWE wrestling,
That'll
which is going to be
interesting.
very interesting.
I mean, the UFC exploded and it's become this massive thing now, so that'll be interesting.
It has.
Yeah, like I can remember watching some of the first UFC videotapes, when it was just that, you'd have the big sumo guys versus the tiny wee blokes, that was crazy way back then.
Oh yeah.
You know what happened with that fight? So when I was in the service, we did some specific training, and we watched that video of the first UFC, and they told us to analyze the video. And the sumo wrestler, right, was this big fat guy, right? He was fighting this kickboxer. He was a thinner guy, right?
So wee guy, yeah.
What happened in that fight? There wasn't too many rules in the UFC at the time, right? So all they had was like nothing to the groin, right? No shots to the groin, if I remember. And no, there were no rules. There were no fucking rules. It was no holds bar, if I remember correctly. Anyways, in that specific fight, right, when they started fighting, the fucking sumo wrestler went down with some punch, right? But he didn't go down. So the kickboxer kicked him in his mouth, right? And his teeth went flying. And what happened was they stopped the fight because the teeth were lodged in the kickboxer's foot, right?
Ooh.
And they didn't know they had to stop the fight because now they didn't know how to treat that because now there's like an infection and and so after that, if you actually watch that clip now and you see what happened, you see the panic of the people because they're like, we didn't realize that if you let people fight, it can get very, very bad if you don't put some rules. And
Right.
they thought that the sumo wrestler was going to beat this guy, but once the sumo wrestler went down, it was to knockout. If I remember, the first UFC was to knockout or submission, and the guy
Could
was to
be.
knock
I
out.
think
So the man, you got to watch it. He kicks that sumo wrestler. You see the teeth flying, and they were telling us never. And the reason they freaking showed us this was because they wanted to show us fucking don't ever underestimate the person that you're fighting, because they can go down real easy, But yeah,
Right.
man, watch that footage. It's pretty badass.
Gracie, with the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Royce Gracie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. It's like a
Yes.
python.
Some of those UFC events were pretty cool.
This motherfucker sends me, fucking Jesus still loves you, and so do I. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, Abby, someone in the chat says the early UFC had no weight classes.
No.
That's
And
probably why that bout was that way with the kickboxer and the sumo wrestler guy.
I remember, what was it? Don the Dragon Wilson was in the commentary as well, which was pretty cool. I remember that.
So, yeah. Oh, it's crazy. I mean, you look at the guy. I mean, who was who were some of those guys that kind of tried to get in? Were UFC guys that did
an early start? Well, you got
we got Shamrock. It was one of them, but there was
Shamrock. You got
Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell. You got Gracie. Well, Gracie was the person to win the first one. He won the first UFC. Was one of the Gracies.
Did he not win the second one as well?
Yeah, he ended up winning. He won the first couple, and then you had Shamrock, kept Shamrock fight a little bit. You had the Tank. You had
Tank Abbott. Yep.
Yeah, Tank Abbott. You had
Matt Hughes, George St. Pierre. He was in
yeah. Those are the early fights of the UFC.
Who was that dude that had the mustache? The big looking freaking bear guy.
I'll give you the name.
I can't remember his name.
I know his name.
Don the Beast Severn, maybe.
Yes,
maybe
that's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson. That's
Andre Arlovsky.
Crazy tough motherfuckers.
But I mean, that's another thing. I mean, so I think that's you had your stream about wrestling the other week, and what I realized, now that I think about it, is like, okay, so UFC became really popular, and the WWE really became unpopular, and I see why now, because why watch a bunch of guys, let's be honest, faking in the ring. And instead of watching, people really go at it. Yeah, Randy Couture. Fuck
Randy, the natural. Yeah, that's right. He was cool. Who else was there?
Yep.
There's quite a few of them.
Randy Couture. If I'm not mistaken, isn't he married to a porn chick? Randy Couture?
No idea.
Jenna Jameson.
I mean, you had like Tito Ortiz.
Tito.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz. Yep.
Ortiz.
Tim Silva.
That's the one I was looking for. Tim Silva.
Mark Hunt.
Matt Hughes was a wrestler, if I remember. Yeah, there was quite a few.
But then you've had some of recent, like in the last, 20 years or so. You had people like Tank Abbott and Ken Shamrock come over to wrestling.
Yeah.
Tank
was in WCW for a while.
Tank was in WCW. And they did okay. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. By the time they got into wrestling, I was kind of like getting away from it. But
Shamrock was good. Shamrock was good in WWE. I remember he got.
He was pretty good. Yeah.
He got assaulted by the Nasty Boys, I think.
Hey, what do you mean Hoffman with Rocky Balboa, though? Did he do it? He didn't do it at UFC, did he?
No idea.
I don't know. Abby, I thought that was Randy Couture that married Jenna Jameson. Could have sworn it was him, not Tito Ortiz.
All right, okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong,
Tito Ortiz.
but
Well, actually, time profit. The chair is in the normal position. I usually move the chair to do these live streams. I just couldn't be bothered today. I moved the table instead because it was lighter.
holy shit! There you go.
See, that's my door behind me. That's how I get in and out the room.
Hey, Wookie, what was the last movie you watched?
The last movie?
Yeah, last movie you watched.
Last movie I watched was the Jurassic World, the latest Jurassic World one, with all the old guys in it and all the new people in it.
Was it good? I remember you were going to watch it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was all right. I mean, they did a good job with the combination animatronics and the CGI stuff. It was all right. I mean,
I watched the
wasn't
Equalizer.
bad. Wasn't woke or anything like that. I know people
No.
were panning on it because it was kind of like, oh, it was woke, blah 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 blah. Not really, but I think just a couple of the characters were over the top. But
Well,
just me.
It's a dinosaur film.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So, I watched the Equalizer with Denzel Washington the other night. So,
Oh yeah, the
Got a
first
double-
one or the second one?
the first one I haven't seen the
Oh.
second one yet. So I've got
Oh.
it was a double pack. So I'll watch the
Yeah.
other one maybe later. So
All right, so now now that we see what was the last movie that Wookie's watched, now I guess we have a baseline. Here's the question.
what's the
And
last
what do you
one
guys?
you watched?
Holy shit! What was the most current movie in theaters?
I don't know.
Whatever's
John
in
Wick.
the. Actually, John Wick was really good. I saw.
It was.
I saw that Sisu, that Nazi one where it's like John Wick and World War
Oh
II.
yeah, Sisu.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that
I've
one?
seen clips. I've seen
It's
clips of it.
just, you know what it is. It's just, if you want to go watch an action movie, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It was good, but like the plot is so stupid. The plot is there just so then you can watch fucking action. Like, I'm not even kidding. The plot is so okay. Here's the plot of the movie. You ready? The plot of the movie is that he is a gold miner, right?
Mhm.
In World War II. He strikes it big with gold. And the whole point is for him to get to the fucking bank. And not one time during the whole entire movie does he say one word until
No, I
the
heard
end
that,
of the
yeah.
movie.
Was
Is
it
there a
Finland?
shit?
Finland? Is that right? Finland?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
supposed to- yeah.
Now, is it a very violent, like full of like action? Yeah, absolutely. If you're into that kind of stuff, but like if you're looking for like a plot or something, yeah, it's not a plot story. It's just
No.
just to blow shit up and have excuses.
There's a few little points of narrative to get you from one set piece to the next.
And that is absolutely what it is. Like there is
That's
no. I saw Evil Dead, and I have to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
the Evil
Not
Dead
good.
Rising. It was okay. So every time I think any Evil Dead, I think of the Evil Dead 1, the original Evil Dead, the second one, which is, to me is still a great film.
That's the first one I saw. Yeah.
Army of Darkness, or it should have been Evil Dead 3. It's just campy and I like it. So
Well,
I thought
yeah.
this was going to be like horror because it got everything to do, all the graphics, everything. It's shit.
Huh.
It's shit. I would rather watch Evil Dead if I want to be scared. Like all they did was use some plot points from the Evil Dead movies. The Necronomicon does not look like the Necronomicon. It was very strange the way. Anyways, would I watch it? Yes, it's a movie to watch, but it's not something to be like, okay, I'm going to be scared about this. It wasn't that bad. I mean, what else have I saw? Mario Brothers. I know. Oh, The Covenant with what's his name? That the guy. He's a translator, and it's with
idea.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, okay.
But that one was pretty good. But I guess what Dungeons and Dragons sucked. So I've
Really?
seen everything kind of. Yeah, the weird part about it is that you want to enjoy just Dungeons and Dragons, and the one from the early 2000s is
Mhm.
far way better of a story
Okay.
than why, because they make all the men very feminine and they make all the women very masculine in this movie all the way to the end. Yeah, the
Aye.
woman's a good movie all the way to the end of the movie, like all the way to the end. But I guess I'm bringing all this stuff up is just about one movie, Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, I saw Josiah Rises did a video on that earlier, talking about Harrison Ford, and he was very emotional. And
Bro,
there's, I
Indiana
mean,
Jones.
the
I'm
trailers
sorry,
are not looking great, so
bro.
I don't know.
I'm reading right now. Indiana Jones 5 becomes lowest rated movie in franchise on Rotten Tomatoes. Right?
Yikes.
They got.
Yeah,
Let me see. Damn it, that's sad as fuck, man. My kid
it
grew
is.
up to this series, man. Let me see. It says it has it's sitting right now at 50%. And I think that just somebody paid a couple of bucks and said, you have to fucking, somebody has to really push this. You know,
Hmm.
I did, by the way, Time Prophet, I did see the Indiana Jones pick. Thank you. That's awesome. But here's the other question. Will people still go watch it? Will this be a hate watch or will this be a fan watch? What is
You're,
this? Knowing what you're getting.
you're definitely gonna get some people that are gonna watch it just to piss on it. Absolutely. And
Oh yeah, there's all the
folk are go-
YouTube guys are going to be
vocal.
watching it just to, like
Yeah,
you said,
exactly.
piss on it.
I was about to say. You're gonna get hate watches. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some people who will be genuinely interested to see it. Whether they like it is one thing or another. But I don't know. I have no interest in watching it. Let's put it that way.
I just don't know.
I wish I did, but I don't. You know.
My thing is like it's just like everything else. I don't, like you said, I don't have an interest in it.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. That's the thing.
like all the race
I don't
swapping
either.
of the characters and making it seem like it's something new. You're not gonna fucking get any. You're not getting anything new. Like people just want new shit, new stories, new stuff like that, and even a lot of the independent shit is getting fucking old too. You know, it feels like we're stuck in the matrix and like the update hasn't happened yet. You know.
Did any of you see the trailer for Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part One? That looked good.
Yes.
No.
That looked
Yes.
good.
That looks pretty good. I
Yeah.
saw that. I saw you know what? There's a few movies that are looking pretty decent. That it
Hmm.
seems like they're starting to realize that people are fucking fed up and they're not making any money. You know, I
That's true.
mean,
Yeah. Money would be useful.
yeah, money.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're getting tired of losing money. Like there's another. You know what? It's funny because I watched a bunch of trailers um, yesterday because I was looking for some ideas, and sometimes you got to get a refresh. And there's a lot of movies that seem like they don't have, like they're pushing anything.
Hmm.
Some of them have like sci-fi. Some of them seem to be, a lot of sci-fi's coming up, a lot of actions coming out. You know, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
Let me see.
the trailer for the Equalizer 3, that looked pretty good as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that as well. That's why I got the Equalizer 1 and 2.
Cool.
what do we got here? Let me see. All
Yeah,
right,
I mean,
all right, so like Blue Beetle's coming out. I'm actually interested in seeing it. You know, I don't know if there's an
about that.
agenda. I don't know. Well, Blue Beetle's a Marvel. You got the Joker
Mm.
coming out, which is the sequel to the
Oh,
Joker.
yeah, the musical, isn't it? Musical? Is that right? It was a
Well, no, you
musical.
got the movie coming out with what's her name, Lady Gaga
Yeah.
and
What?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
You
I haven't
know,
even seen the first one yet. So,
you got Beetlejuice 2 coming out.
so
I'm
I
excited
believe, yeah.
about that one. You know,
Isn't it supposed to have Michael Keaton and
so
the other girl in it too
well,
from the original?
well, you
Winona
guys can
Ryder.
always go visit File 13's page, and I've done a video about Beetlejuice months ago, but that's
Cool.
okay. Yeah, Michael Keaton will be on there, and so will what's her name? I always
Winona
forget her
Ryder.
name. Yes, thank you. And he wins for 1,000 points. She's going to be on there as the mom, and her daughter is going to be the girl from the Wednesday from Adam's Family.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that.
So, and they're gonna, and I believe the father, the redheaded guy, joined the cast too. So he has something to do with it, and it has something. It's gonna be awesome.
Really?
am
I thought that
excited.
guy was in prison.
Who
Yeah,
The
'cause-
actor that played the dad in the first one.
is he in
yeah,
prison?
he was. What's
Give
his
me a
name
second.
again? I
He
forget
got
his name.
busted for, wasn't it kid diddling or something like that?
Something on computer, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Are you serious?
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
no, that's yeah. He was in Ferris Bueller and that.
Yeah, he was in Ferris Bueller. He was in that. He also played in the Sleepy Hollow movie opposite Johnny Depp.
I think he was a minor character in Hunt for Red October as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was. Yep. Yeah, I think that guy's in the can.
Is
Or he
really?
was,
Yeah.
but
Or he was. Yeah, yeah,
definitely convicted of
doing something naughty.
questionable material on a computer or something. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Jenna Ortega
mhm.
in Beetlejuice 2. The Blue Boy will love that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Beetlejuice
Oh, yeah.
2. I haven't seen the first one for a while. I've got
But
it kicking about on
Postman-
DVD.
Postman Socrates says that they're making Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Never played the game, so
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. how does that work? I mean, that's just like the game's based on security cameras or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never played it, so there you
Time
go.
Profit. I never even saw Four Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, well, there you go. Neither have I.
There you go.
Beetlejuice was overrated.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have a dog?
Actually, it was a pretty good. It was fun. You know, it was fun.
Oh, that's what it was. My bad, boys. I was thinking
What's
the
up?
wrong fucking person. All right, so here we go. Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Johnny Depp, Jenny Ortega, Catherine O'Hara, which was the mom. That's
That's
fucking-
that's right.
It was
yeah.
the mom. Monica Bellucci, Justin
Oh, I-
Theroux, and William Dafoe will be all starring in
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. It is a fucking awesome cast too.
That's
you know.
yeah.
The other
Why?
one, I Am Legend 2. I just did a video on that too. I Am Legend 2 is coming out too.
Yeah, I believe they're going with the alternate ending, obviously, because
Yeah.
he died. So, you know.
Yeah, and you know
So-
what? On the video, I was talking about that shit. I'm like, I don't know how the hell they're gonna bring that unless it's some weird like dream sequence that like he thought he died and then he wakes up in the vehicle or something. You know, I can't.
That's
see.
crazy because in the original Omega Man, he died too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. What was that? Abby, someone saying that Jason Statham film Operation Fortune. Yeah, I saw a trailer for that as well. That
Yeah.
looked all right. That
Yeah.
looked all right too. Oh, and the Meg too. I saw a
Bro,
trailer for the
Horseman.
Meg too.
I love the short story of I Am Legend. I don't know if you guys ever read the short story, but it is excellent.
No.
I have the book of the short story to include the original cover. It is it is just really good. It does no justice. I mean, the closest one you get to it is the original one with
Charlton Heston.
no, Wookie, you know this.
Vincent Price,
Thank you. The Vincent Price one. You know what I mean?
the last man on earth or something. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I've not
That's
seen
the
it.
one.
I've seen
yeah,
it, and
okay.
it's very good. But like in the
Is it
book,
good?
I've
it's
not
very
seen
good.
it, but
I've
I've
not
seen
seen it.
clips of it.
they have
yeah.
it on YouTube in color too, if you're interested, for free.
Not seen
So,
it. Not seen it.
I'll send you a link if you want. But in the book, he's betrayed. You know what I mean? They see him that he was the virus,
Mhm.
and they even tell him they kind of like give him a choice. If I remember correctly, I haven't read the book in a long time. They give him a choice of like, no, they don't give him a choice. They see him as a virus,
Mhm.
and they end up killing him. And he realized at the end, he says that I believe he's like, I have realized at this point that I am the last man on earth, and I accept this fate. And he ends up he gets killed. You know, I mean, Omega Man, and now in every single one of them, he was killed. You know,
Is
the
it not
Omega
like-
Man.
Is it not like that? The what would you call them? Mutants, vampires? I don't know. It's based on vampires, wasn't it? It's just
So
like,
the original one was based on vampires because for
Yeah.
some reason in the book he had his house surrounded with like garlic and crosses and things like that, and that's why I say that the Vincent Price one is very close to the original one because they
Mm.
kind of do the same thing.
is it not though
um,
that that the bad guys believe themselves to be the natural evolution of human beings or something?
Yes.
as well, isn't it?
S- Yeah, right. Oh, Oppenheimer is coming out. Yes, Dune 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oppenheimer looks good.
Oppenheimer, aye.
Mhm.
But yeah, they do, but they trick him because they
Yeah.
end up evolving to be able to be out in the sunlight, but they're still
Ah.
vampiric. That's there's a girl that he ends up bringing into the house, and she's
Mhm.
able to survive in daylight and nighttime, and she convinces him to leave the house. Like I said, it's been a long time. He leaves the house with her, and they end up capturing him. And she walks over. He goes in and says, "No, get away from her." And it turns out that she's part of them, and that's when they
Okay.
start talking about you're the inferior species. And there's a whole chapter that where he's in like a prison,
Mhm.
and he's thinking about everything that's happened, and he's processing, and then the leader comes and talks to him. Like, I might have to read that again because it's not very long, but it is such a good story. And yeah, holy shit. Now, talking about I Am Legend 2,
Mm.
to desecrate that kind of legacy just to revamp Will Smith's career, I think it's
Yep.
bullshit.
Yep.
Because the one that's jumping on that too is fucking Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Mhm.
And he hasn't done a good movie since, in my opinion, when he did the first Creed.
Okay. I've
You
seen
know,
that. That was pretty good. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, Creed 2, the one that
Haven't
he
seen
did
it.
without Rocky, is garbage. I think that's Creed
Okay.
2, right?
No, it's the third one.
The Creed 2 is actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's the
It's
one with
when he
Dolph.
does yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty. I would
I
watch
haven't
it.
seen it. I haven't seen it. I've seen the first one, and that's it.
I would take a look
Was
at it,
it
but
was it Creed 2 or Creed 3?
it was Creed 2. Creed 3 is when Balboa is no longer in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stallone's got nothing to do with it
Yeah.
at all.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Those
movie,
not
I wouldn't
movie.
even waste my
Okay.
time on that movie. No, that's Michael Jordan. Michael B. Jordan's an actor. He also did a shitty
Yeah.
Fahrenheit 451 movie. That if I would choose between the original and that, I'd pick the original one. But it's fucking garbage. Anyways, there's better movies like Equilibrium than watching
I've seen
that.
that.
Good
That was all
movie.
right.
But to and then they're talking about that they want to do a spin-off series. That's why they're bringing him back to life. Like they want to do a continuation of the story, or to bring it into like the um what's the series that Pablo, what's his name? I actually forgot this on my video. This is
The
insane.
Last of
The
Us.
Last of Us. Yeah, they're trying to make it like The Last of Us. Do kind of like a spin-off series from
Okay.
like
Like
a big grand
Pedro
movie.
Pascal's
Yeah,
Last of
piss
Us. Yeah.
dump. Yeah, the last of shit. The last pile of crap. God, just make good. I was upset in the video I was making too. Yeah. Why choose between two bad? Absolutely. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean,
I haven't seen Fahrenheit
Time
451.
Prophet.
I've seen the Equilibrium
Was
once.
better Fahrenheit 451 than Fahrenheit
That was
451.
Christian Bale. Is that right? That the one with Christian Bale? Equilibrium.
yeah, Equilibrium was the one with Christian Bale. 451 is the temperature that paper burns.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's the temperature. That's why it's called Fahrenheit 451. The reason
Oh,
Equilibrium and Fahrenheit 451 are literally the same movie.
okay.
It's about so in Fahrenheit 451, like the book, there's these guy called firefighters, and what they do is they
Right.
burn books and they burn shit. They
Hmm.
burn things that aren't allowed.
Hmm.
And one of the
Right.
firefighters realizes that he doesn't need to burn things anymore, and you got Equilibrium.
Is that like that was Sean Bean, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that right, Sean Bean? Mm-hmm. He died. What a shock.
No.
Right. You may continue.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just wondering, what do you guys think about freaking? Like, there's a lot of movies coming out. Like that, you got I Am Legend 2, and have you guys seen anything original that you might think will be something good? I mean, I'm looking forward to the Flash. I know there's a lot of people that are like, they don't want to see the Flash because like, oh no, fucking alleged fucking crimes or whatever. But I
It's
mean,
not that I'm not interested in the. That's not the reason I'm not interested in the Flash. It's just I'm just not interested in Marvel at
you
the
think
moment.
it's just gonna be bad? Like, well, that's
It's just the whole Marvel and Star Wars and Disney on the whole. It's just like, whatever.
Thanks, Time
Yeah.
Prophet. Thanks for pissing on our parade.
What's he done?
No, it isn't. Ray Bradbury made up that fact about temperature when paper burns into flames, but he just picked a figure out of his head. It is not a scientific
That's not
fact.
true. Time prophet. You're not even a real person. You're just a time prophet. You're just a ghost in a cloak. I know your truths and lies. I choked a woman out in 4K, so what? I'm just saying. Here's the deal. I guess what I'm, I guess
Yeah.
what I'm, I guess what I'm saying is like I'm still gonna watch that shit because I don't care. You know
Michael
what I mean?
Keaton's in it.
Like
I'll
I
watch
guess
it.
my question is like so then we stop watching every single movie from the past when we
Yeah.
start finding out
No.
about everybody's shit in their closet or whatever they've done. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, holy shit. We couldn't watch shit. All these people have you know why these people are where they are? Because they have something that they've done in their fucking in the past or somebody has dirt on them. We all know
Well,
this now.
I would have a very empty shelves if I was to just take all the DVDs and toss them out the window.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You know,
Yeah.
I have thrown some out, but not them
Yeah.
all. Not them all. You know what I mean? It's just some of them that are just I could do without that one. Yeah, see
I
it.
guess my question at the end
yeah.
it comes like this: when do you fucking make a point like, all right, I'm not gonna drink this beer anymore, and now I can't watch these movies, and now I can't read these books, and now I'm not gonna do this because of this and that and that. What the fuck are you gonna be left with? Like, at
Yeah.
what point are you gonna be sitting there and be like, you know what? Am I the asshole? Like, am I the one that's reading into too much shit now because like I can't differentiate between one thing and another? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I don't
he's fucking
know.
I completely Holtzman, I'll tell you right now, I 100% completely agree with you. The fucking guy is nuts, right?
Yeah, I've seen plenty of videos on that guy.
Right. He's a fucking nutcase. And, they say that he allegedly had children in cages and he was grooming
Yes.
children allegedly, but I'm not going to say he did or not. You know why? Because that's making fucking it's. I haven't seen any freaking proof on it, but is
No.
he a prick and does he hit fucking people? Yeah, I seen that. That being
Yes.
said, is the character that he's playing doing that shit? Or is he just acting the character or whatever that shit? Because like I don't give a fuck. As long he's not kicking people's ass while he's playing the Flash, is he? Unless it's like purposeful, you know. I'm able to separate the shit, But again, at what point are you like, okay, I can't watch nothing now because every single time something comes out, I mean, who watches Charlie Sheen? Anything that Charlie Sheen's on?
Is
You know
he
what
in
I
anything
mean?
anymore?
Well, he's not on nothing anymore. That's the point. But do you watch any Charlie Sheen movies from the past? Did he have any good movies?
I don't really have any. So.
Hot Shots Part
Oh, they were
2,
good, but yeah,
right?
I
Okay.
would still watch them.
He also did, let me see,
That
Platoon.
TV show that
He did Manly Men. I mean, he
big-
was the hot topic of all this
Men
shit.
at
But look at
Work.
right, but he was a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's fucking weird that like now we're not willing to accept certain things, but we accepted things back then because we were so ignorant to what was not going on, and because it happened then. It's like this weird justification. Like, look at fucking Schwarzenegger. What a piece of shit that person has become. You know what I mean?
Come on, Willie, don't say that. Wow.
See, he's even
I'm
angry.
really nice. Wow. What's my movie? Yeah, I mean, I
Fuck your freedoms.
Yes,
still-
exactly.
Wow.
But just
I
still
still watch-
fucking. But
I
you still watch
the
fucking Arnold.
Predator.
Yeah, you still watch Commando, Predator.
I
Fucking,
Right, exactly.
I watched Raw Deal a few months ago. Wow. Yeah.
Red
I did.
Heat.
I'm not sure if I've still got that.
Red Heat with that Belushi guy.
No, that's good. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, but Hostman, the Flash, compared to what though? I mean, are you comparing it to Marvel? Are you comparing it to? Hey, pull up Holtzman's comment. I got control of this, so you got this. All right. So I would like to know, like, what do you compare it to, though? What DC is putting, what's currently out in Marvel, what has been pushed for the next. Like, are they pushing an agenda in this movie? Because I did a video a long time on this movie, and all I see is them just trying. The only thing I see them pushing is they're trying to push the audience that's above 35 years old by bringing back the whole Michael Keaton thing. Like, oh,
Yeah.
look, it's the Batmobile and all the
Yep.
member berries and all that stuff. That being said, if they're not pushing some type of freaking ideology or some real nonsense, it's just look. The better story for me is Flashpoint that they did as an animated movie.
I
If you
haven't
guys
seen
haven't
Oh
seen,
yeah, that
if you
was
guys
freaking
haven't seen,
intense.
I like the
Yes.
fucking Flashpoint, the animated movie.
Yes,
Okay,
that was intense.
that was fucking badass. You know what I
not
mean?
for kids, I can tell you that. But
Absolutely.
it was good.
So, was there a need to make another one? I don't think so. But you know what? The fucking seek for money is always there, and people are gonna pay for it. People hunger for this shit. You know, they might say things in public. No, I hate it. But behind the fucking, behind closed doors, they like this shit. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of DC. I like Marvel, but they destroyed my Marvel the day that I saw 10 women flying on a fucking screen at the end of Endgame. That's when I stopped
haven't
watching
seen it.
Marvel. Bro, at the end of that fucking movie, there's like this girl power scene that I sat there
I
and I
heard
almost,
about it. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
wife was like, ew. My wife, okay, it gave my wife douche chills. You know what I mean? Because she's like, this is not what I paid for. Like, it's supposed to be the fucking heroes, not the chicks. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? Anyways, now they bring up this garbage. Why? Because everything else has failed. I mean, you got the poop girl. What's his name? Amber Heard.
Yeah.
That
The
as much.
Aquaman 2 movie.
Okay, so there's your choices right there. Would you rather watch Aquaman 2 or Flash, the Flashpoint movie?
Can I watch the Aquaman 1 movie first, please?
No, the Aquaman movie
I haven't seen
actually
it.
wasn't that bad. The Aquaman
Yeah,
one is
the
pretty
first
good.
one
I'm not
was
even gonna
not
lie.
bad at all.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good, but I mean, I don't know. I don't want to watch Aquaman 2. It just doesn't. Well, he's gonna save a fucking dolphin. Amber Turd, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, why do you think I got this? Why do you think I got this little picture?
Didn't she bugger off to Australia or something?
Shit. She says she's poor and shit, and they caught her with some
They
fucking
want to
money.
arrest her ass in
Yeah, they wanna
Australia.
get
What do
her
you mean?
ass.
She ain't going there.
No, where's she's out of Hollywood. She went away somewhere, I think, didn't she?
Like Spain
Yeah, probably
or
someplace
something.
in North
Is that what it
Nevada,
was?
someplace out in the middle of the desert. to
She
get
went
the
out
hell
of the
away.
country. I know that. She
Yeah,
went out
it's
of the country, and she was saying that she was poor and she had no money. But then somebody caught her buying like a Maserati or something. But yeah, fuck. That's like the fucking royal family. Yo, you hear that shit about
Yeah.
two fucking turds, fucking in New York City?
Oh
saying
yeah,
that they had a
Megan and
high-speed chase?
that other dumb shit,
Pencil dick,
the stepchild.
redhead pencil
Yeah,
dick,
What's his face? Yeah.
pencil dick,
Oh shit.
Prince
I
Pencil dick.
saw a video of them, and they were supposed to be having a police escort, and then it's like the police car pulls off to the left or something.
Okay, so what happened with
Yeah.
with Pencil Dick and his fucking
Yes.
racist wife, right? These fucking assholes, right? They were in the way of the police department, and the unit behind them had a call to get to, and so they needed to hurry up and get through. And so
Hey.
the escort behind them was not an escort; it was fucking a unit that was trying to get to a call, and they wouldn't
Okay.
get the fuck out of the way. So the
Ah.
cab driver was kind of confused and stuff, and a lot of detectives have come out, and the police have come out, and the mayors even come out on this shit, saying that everything that they have said is fabricated, 100%. That they fucking lied because they said that they were going through a high-speed chase through the city for 2 hours, with paparazzi chasing. Let me tell you, I fucking have been to New York City. I've driven in New York City many times.
Right.
You can't even go fucking 20 miles an hour in that city because there's so many traffic lights. You have people in bicycles, homeless, fucking panhandlers, carts, horses. You have so much shit going on there. You can't drive fast. So it was bullshit from the start, in my opinion.
All right. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Well, they are full of crap. I mean, we know that. But
Hey guys, I have to head off the stream a little bit early today. I do apologize. I have some stuff I have to take care of, but I do want to remind everybody I will be streaming tomorrow. I will be conducting an interview tomorrow on my channel with Telepathic Bunny.
wow.
We're going to be having a discussion. What the discussion is, well, you guys have to tune in to that channel and hear. You hear that, Abby? Someone? I'm going to be interviewing Bunny on Sunday. Anyways,
What time is that?
that's at fucking 5. I'm sorry. That's at
5 p.m.
5
Pacific.
p.m. 5 p.m. Avocado time.
There we
So
go.
I didn't even put a link because most of you should follow me anyway.
Avocado
Hostman,
time.
you're awesome, Hostman. I guess I haven't seen you in a while. You're awesome. But Crual, my friend, Wookie, you guys have a great stream. I'll catch you guys
All
on the
right.
flip side. Okay.
Thanks, man, for coming on.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
it's great to
Thanks.
see you again.
Adios,
Have a good one.
muchachos.
See you later.
Stop jerking off.
And away he goes.
All right.
Right. I know, right? Guess that's his version of peeling out.
I don't know what I was going to say now.
I know, right?
It just kind of
Was,
threw me off.
Yeah. Just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hostman Socrates in the chat says the Prince of Canada and his wife are lying again and take stories from an actual beloved princess. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those two are yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be some kind of push to present the little lady as the next Diana or something like that. It's a
I
nope.
know. Yeah,
happening.
no, she's
Not
not.
happening.
She's not even close.
No.
Yeah, she's
That's
cheap. Yeah, all she was one of the models on the frickin' that game show with the briefcases with money in it. That's all she was.
she was
Open
in
it
a
up when you're told. Show it to the camera.
she was in a TV show on Netflix as well. I forget
yeah.
what it was. My pal saw a little bit of it. Suits was it? I can't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Suits.
I haven't watched it because I don't have Netflix. So
Dude, I don't give two shits about either one of those people.
no, I don't care about that.
After what they did, after what they've said, and etc., kind of just like whatever. Just, don't really.
It's like see you later.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
So, exactly. So what? What's been tripping your trigger there, Crual Birab? You've not been making any videos on Twitter like you normally do.
Yeah, there's not much to say. I mean, that's the thing. I've kind of done it.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I say? What annoys me? Well, everything. I hate everything. I'm a moody git, and that's just it. I mean, there's not much to say. I mean,
I hate them all.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share videos and other things that I see.
Yeah,
but that's about as far as it goes, and I'll do it more. Like I think we were discussing this before we came on. It's just that I do it more on Twitter than Facebook because I get more engagement on Twitter than I do on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just seems to be the way of that. But yeah, I don't do the videos so much because the computer's not quite as good as the previous one. So
yeah, you're still struggling with that factor, huh?
Yeah, I just I mean, I could get a new microphone or whatever if I really wanted to, or a camera to go along with it. But yeah, I'll just make do with this at the moment. I think
it's working out so far.
Well, I'm here, aren't I? So and surviving somehow. So if I make it to the end of the day, I'll have survived another birthday. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. I was very intrigued about this whole brouhaha that's been going on about Bud Light and Miller and etc. And all the things wrapped around the Bud Light situation. So I got kind of curious. I started looking at the beverages and basically the brands that Budweiser InBev owns.
Quite a few, isn't it?
Well, there's about 400 separate brands throughout the world that InBev owns.
Really?
It's nuts. It's
I mean,
freaking nuts.
we spoke about Stella Artois that last time.
Yeah, that was
that
their.
kind of thing.
That's
Yeah.
ever since they picked up Budweiser, that's been sold here in the United States.
Mm.
So that's their I guess their flagship one for InBev, at least here in North America. But there's so many brands that they own. It's like 400 different brands throughout the world. It's
Yeah.
nuts. And what surprised me was some of the Mexican brands of beers that they own.
Mhm.
They own Corona and they own Modelo. And
Mhm.
I was very shocked when I found out about Modelo.
Mhm.
Um,
I've
but
never had
it's
that.
all over the world. There's beers in the Orient, beers in South America, some European stuff, the European continent. Um, it's all over the place. Almost 400 different brands. It's nuts. And
It's
so
like
it makes,
it's like Disney, isn't it? Swallowing up all the different entertainment, having a monopoly,
yeah.
monopoly basically. That's the thing. I was thinking about that not that long ago. It's just what are you going to do when these companies are basically in control of pretty much everything?
Yeah.
So, that's essentially it. I mean, you've got the big financial institutions like BlackRock that fund some of these companies and stuff like that. That we want you to do this, and we're going to give you a whole heap of money. So get it
pretty
done.
much. It's across the board in every industry. Beverage, beer, and pharmaceuticals. I mean, it's kind of scary if people started dipping into the parent companies or major firms that back these pharmaceutical manufacturers. You'd be very surprised and scared.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And it's kind of weird. But it's all across the board. I mean, you have companies that own farmland that you wouldn't think own farmland.
And what would they need it for? Yeah,
exactly. You have companies like, let's say Bayer. Bayer Pharmaceuticals. They make aspirin and all kinds of other stuff. They've expanded over the years. Well, they also make insecticide and herbicides.
All right.
Kill plants.
Can we get some of that in our drugs, please?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's just it's crazy. But and Host was so great. So I actually collected the entire James Bond novel series, unedited, of course. Good.
Nice.
That's cool.
I haven't actually read the books, but I've got a whole heap of the films.
Yeah, I used to know a guy back in the day that had up to, well, it was through, it was before Daniel Craig became James Bond, when it was Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. This guy I knew had every single James Bond movie up to the last Pierce Brosnan one on Laserdisc.
Oh, wow. I've got them all up to the last.
He collected them on Laserdisc.
I've got all of the Bond films up to the last Pierce Brosnan one on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
The only two James Bond films that I don't have is Never Say Never Again, the unofficial sort of Sean Connery one, and David Niven's Casino Royale.
Oh yeah, that was wasn't that the comedy with Peter Sellers in it?
Yes, where David Niven plays Sir James Bond.
Yes, yeah. I've seen parts of that. It was pretty, and Woody Allen was in that too.
It could have been, yeah.
I think he was in that movie.
So I haven't seen that since it was.
A lot of people don't freaking talk about that. The fact that they had two James Bond movies in theaters in the same year by two different actors. So you have the Never Say Never Again by Sean Connery, and then you have Octopussy with Roger Moore.
Yeah, so, okay. Was that when it was in? Was it
in 1983? They were both in theaters in '83.
Well,
they were months apart in release, but they were in the same year.
If I remember correctly, Pat Roach He's the big burly German guy that gets clipped by the propeller in Indiana Jones. Like
Yeah.
that guy, Pat Roach. He's the guy in Never Say Never Again that gets the piss thrown in his face.
Nice.
If I remember correctly.
Nice.
He often played like big heavies like that, you know. But I'm pretty sure he got the piss thrown in his face.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you know. I mean, I don't understand why. To be honest, I thought Sean Connery was done with James Bond, so I don't know if it was just a matter of he needed the money and he had the story, because I believe that it's a direct retelling of Thunderball.
I don't think it deviates much, really, from what I remember.
I think it's a Thunderball just rewritten.
Yeah,
the way a lot of it is.
There's a dispute between people in the studio or something. That's how that happened. I think so. I forget the details.
It's kind of I don't know. I guess I still don't know why he did that movie, because it really wasn't a good movie, really, to be honest.
Yeah,
the only thing was he had some eye candy in there.
Kim Basinger.
Basinger was in there. Yeah. But outside of that, it was, when I watched it, I'm like going, well, it's just a remake of Thunderball. Thunderball seemed like a better movie anyway, in my opinion.
I think Thunderball's a bit better, yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Roach was also the sheet guard that got squished in Temple.
Yeah, yes, Melvin Deeply, how's it going?
He was indeed. He was in Willow as well.
Yep.
The original Willow, not obviously the new one. He passed away. Well, that was another one, wasn't it? Willow's been cancelled, isn't it?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Why?
Could it be that it's because it's shy?
More than likely.
More
than likely. I think that was one of those ones where who's the guy? The actor
Warwick Davis.
Yeah, like he needed the money, so he did it.
Could be. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, who doesn't like Warwick Davis? Come on.
I could see them. Now that was a series, right? Not a movie.
Yeah.
I could see if they wanted to do like a movie and have him play some cameos or something, and throw him some scratch, and things like that. But to make it a series and it just dies mercifully, or mercilessly, actually.
I've never.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, we want to see him in another Leprechaun movie. Yes,
I've never seen those. I've seen bits of them, but I've never seen them.
The best one was the Leprechaun when he was in space. That was.
I heard about it, but I've not seen it. I've not seen them.
It's just like any other sci-fi slasher movie, whether it was Jason or Freddy or Michael Myers
or Critters. Because remember, Critters went into the space station as well.
Leprechaun was kind of along the same lines.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny how these movies always end up in space somehow. Hell, we were speaking about James Bond. Even James Bond ended up in space in Moonraker.
Yeah, Moonraker. Yeah.
Good film. I like that one.
It was good. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Time Prophet. It was the fourth Leprechaun movie.
Is there more than four, or is it just the fourth?
Warwick definitely needed the money. He did 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's about right. The fourth one. They did a Jason in space too. And it had the one chick from the television show Andromeda. It was one of Gene Roddenberry's last shows that he'd written before he died, and she played the AI computer on the ship. And she's not a bad looking chick, but they had her in that movie as one of the main characters. And then the doctor gentleman that gets killed at the very beginning of that movie is played by David Cronenberg, the famous horror director. Nice.
And the only other acting role I've seen him in was in Clive Barker's Nightbreed.
Really?
Never seen that? Yeah.
I haven't.
He plays a psychiatrist that turns out to be a psycho killer. You can believe that.
Nice.
Yeah, you should watch
Nice.
that. It's a good film. Clive
Time
Barker's
Prophet.
Nightbreed.
Yeah. Time Prophet in the
film.
chat says, I want to see Jason versus the Leprechaun.
Whoa!
I've seen Jason versus Freddy, and that was a pretty good one. I thought.
Yeah, that
Campy
was
as
all
hell,
right, yeah.
but it was good.
It was.
Yeah. that was
that was
good.
That was good. I mean, there was always that idea that there was supposed to be Jason, Freddy, and Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I think in the same film.
That'd be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Be interesting.
That would have been pretty good to see. I'm gonna have to watch the Evil Dead films again. I've got the 3 of them. I have seen the remake. It was okay, but I've got the 3 with Bruce Campbell. I'm gonna have to watch them.
Yeah, I gotta watch the original again.
Yeah.
It's been decades.
They're really
The
good.
original.
Goody goody two shoes. Goody goody two shoes. I ain't that good.
Oh, too much.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
well, that and you like what we were talking about earlier about they're trying to make so many remakes and things like that, and just trying to reboot something or redo it. It's just no one has any kind of a creative imagination anymore for something new to bring something else. They've got to take something else and kind of tweak it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly. What's that? Time Prophet is saying the Evil Dead Rise was just pants. Right, okay, hang on a second. Everyone, in case you don't know, pants means shite.
Nice.
There you go. Happy to translate.
We're looking at, yes. Thank you, Crual Birab, for that translation into American English.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, they don't have any imagination to come up with some new stuff. They have to take something that's already established, a story or film or whatever, and then they've got to twist it up in such a way that they can. And it always comes down to, well, we have to put we like what they talk about the Star Trek. It's a platform. They talk about it now as if it's a platform to promote some propaganda idea.
Well, that's because
all of Hollywood.
Star Trek. This is the thing. Has always been sort of political and had social commentary. That's the thing, and people will always bring that up. It's just like, yeah, but all of that was centered around good stories. That's the big difference.
Right. The original Star Trek in the 1960s.
It wasn't beaten over the message.
No, and what they did is they took events of the time in the 1960s and things that were going on, and they wrote it in such a way, using the backdrop of future interstellar space with different life forms and things like that. They use that to tell the stories and get the point across without it being preachy or anything like that.
I mean, when they would come across like a race that's going through issues, let's say, and then the Kirk or whatever would say, well, humanity, we went through this way back when, and it almost cost us everything, and then we worked past it and built a better tomorrow or today, or whatever the case was. And that's how it was. It's just like that we have moved past that, and we're better than that, and so can you be. So, lessons. Important lessons. Not just some hey, you could be a girl if you want to. Piss off.
Like the Transformers,
Excuse my French.
It could be non-binary or
that's right. That was Optimus Prime was getting schooled on pronouns or something. Look crap, and it didn't have Peter Cullen. It didn't have Peter Cullen doing the voice of Optimus Prime anyway, so it's not Optimus
right.
Prime, so.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. But no, it's a very what's the word you would use? Insidious. That they're doing all these things in entertainment for kids. you know. And there was a thing that I saw the other day about a plan, an education plan from, I think it was the Who, for children in schools. You know what I mean? And it was on about certain things that are actually in the title of this video, if you know what I mean.
Oh, gotcha.
And other things along that line, and it's just like, nope. You know, it's like, nope. You can talk about these things and do these various different things when you're a full grown adult, but you know, this is kids as young as 5.
Yeah.
And up. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a case of, you know, cut it out.
Oh yeah, and it's like, you know, but you're seeing this in the more in the movies and things like that. A lot of the streaming things with these shows. You're seeing they're trying to incorporate, you know, conversations or topics that really shouldn't be, has no business being in there.
No.
You know, it doesn't have any business being children's education.
I mean, did I learn about what the birds and the bees and where babies come from and all that when I was little? It's like, yeah, obviously,
yeah.
But you know,
not, you know, questioning whether or not how you were born is the way you think you feel you should be, and that you have to take this medication to basically stunt your growth or cause you to not grow.
I'm sorry, you're talking about medication. You're talking about medication. You sound as though you're talking disrupted. Did you? You forgot to take. I'm going to go Dolph Lundgren. You forgot to take your medication. Sorry, Universal Soldier just popped in my mind there. Your medication. It's empty.
Yeah.
It's empty.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's a good film, by the way.
Oh yeah, Universal Soldier, the original one.
Yeah, great film.
Yep.
Birds and the Bee.
Holy smokes! Boy, it's like one. Yeah, we've been almost an hour and a half on this.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. But
it's mad.
You're looking at the you know, you got the beer company. That's the funny thing. When we go back to the beer thing, the InBev has over 400 brands. So that got me curious. I started hunting around, and I started looking at the labels to say, well, who's the brewery, who owns this, who distributes this, and stuff like that. And so if you get away from the big 3 brands here in the States, which are Budweiser, Miller, and Coors, if you get away from those, you do find other brands of beer that's sold here. Some are some are from international; they're imported, and then others are old. There's also old brands here in the United States that are not widely distributed anymore, but they are still brewed and made here. That are they're quasi-independent, but they're just smaller breweries that used to be big back in the day, long time ago. But now they're not, but they're still available. You just have to like find where you can purchase their beer. So if you're into beer, so it's I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like they own 400 brands throughout the world. That's a lot of reach.
I mean, that's only beer. I mean, do they deal in spirits as well?
I don't know, but that's only beer. Some of these brewing companies own water as well, water brands.
Oh, right,
here in the United States, they own bottled water brands.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah,
they've got their claws in a few things then,
and some of them even own energy drink companies.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. So I mean, but just the beer alone, 400 by InBev. So
yeah.
Anyway,
mental.
Enough about beer. Beer.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I don't even think I've had a Miller. I think I've had a Miller Lite before, but I don't think I've had Bud Light. I've had Budweiser.
I've never purchased any Budweiser or Bud Light, but I have had both. I have
Mhm.
drank both. I've never paid for it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the only reason why I drank it, because
Yeah,
I,
I mean, I
I
like
didn't buy
Budweiser
it,
was all right.
because if I had to buy something, I wouldn't buy that. That's
Mhm.
just me. I've always been that way. Um, I have a brother-in-law who basically lives on Budweiser, and
Yeah.
that's the only beer he buys. And whenever he comes down here, when he comes down here to visit him and the family, or we go up there to visit him and his family, it's he always has the beer,
Mhm.
and he, so
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I've had a
I'll
few,
drink it.
I've had a few different kinds of beers,
Yeah,
and they're not bad. I mean, I
Hmm.
haven't, like I said, I've had Miller Lite once, I think,
yeah.
and it was okay. It's just,
The one beer that I enjoyed the most, uh, and I can't find it around here, but when I was living in San Diego, you could find it in the grocery stores, and that was uh, a beer called Murphy's
okay.
Irish Stout,
Hmm.
and I believe it was imported. It was, I think, a competitor to Guinness, and man, that was good.
Well, I
As
mean,
black as asphalt and tasted just awesome.
I mean, some of the Guinness was not bad. I mean,
Yeah,
my friends and I made the mistake of buying a tin of Guinness, or tins of Guinness. It was like, ah! But then we
yeah.
got another opportunity. We got tins of Guinness draft, and that was just like the stuff you get out the pub. So that
Yeah,
was good. That
I
was lovely.
actually used to drink Guinness Stout all the time, and then when they came out here in the United States, they came out with the Guinness draft in a bottle and stuff, and I figured, oh, I'll pick up a 6-pack of that and try it out. And I didn't like it.
Okay.
At least the ones that I had here, I did not like them. I would always go back to the stout,
Well, I
to
suppose
the
the
regular
the,
Guinness
the
stout.
tins have got the widget in it, so it makes it all that frothy and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so that it came out really smooth, like it does out the taps, at the pub,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is really
yeah.
good. And that
Yeah, I
was a
don't think
lot
they did
better.
such a good job with that here in the States.
Maybe not.
At least in the bottled form.
Right. Okay. I've never
I
tried it in the
used to
bottle.
I used to also drink the Japanese beer Sapporo.
Never had that.
That's good. That's good.
My pal, I mean, we would sometimes buy these like little sushi trays from Morrison's and stuff like that. And
Mm,
they were pretty good. And
yeah.
we've been to a sushi restaurant in Aberdeen as well. But one thing that we've never had is sake. I'd love
Oh
to try.
wow.
I'd
Yeah.
love to try that. It just
I
even
hear that
if
shit's
once.
like
Yeah,
that's like lighter fluid, man. It's like
never never had sake. I'd like to try that at some point.
me neither.
Yeah,
No, but
but yeah, yeah, some of that sushi stuff was
what is
pretty
this?
good and well
Okay,
cooked.
I thought Miller Lite was for fairies. Oh shit! It tastes great and it's less filling. I can't drink Guinness. Okay,
Well, I'm sure you could if you tried.
I'm sure you could if you tried. You just have to tip the bottle back.
Yeah.
Sushi well. I only eat
Well,
sushi well cooked. Yeah, and then it's not called sushi anymore.
No, but some of those little packets of sushi from Morrison's in the shops are actually quite good. I quite like them. Not had them for ages, but some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, over
You
here
get a
in the
little,
States.
get a little packet of wasabi in the fish sauce.
Oh, there you go. That'll kill everything.
Yeah, yeah.
The wasabi sauce, man. That shit.
Just a little packet. You get a wee taste of it. It's like woof,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Wasabi!
Cam's back.
Hey, come, how are you
To
doing?
jump on at UFC, and I'm a legend of conversation. Good show today. Hey, man, glad you're back. We kind of changed directions on a little bit.
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah,
about
Abby,
sushi.
someone in the chat says that sake should be drank at body temperature. Okay.
Well, I don't know. James Bond certainly knew the actual temperature, especially when it's served at temperature.
Delvin deeply in the chat says I like sushi. I do too. I like sushi as well.
It's been
Especially
ages
when
since I've had.
Yeah.
My pal and I, we went to Aberdeen, like I said, and they had in the underground market, which is now gone. They actually had a wee sushi restaurant there. It was really, really lovely. Was it Yo Sushi? I think it was called. It was really good.
Yes, time prophet, not dead body temperature though.
No,
And then he says that whose body temperature? Dead body temperature. Oh gosh. Yeah. Now there's a couple of. They have a. You know what buffet style is here? When
oh yeah,
you can go and peruse the whole section of food and fill your plate and go back to your table and
oh yeah, I know
it's,
what
it's,
you're
it's,
about. Yeah,
yeah, that's a nice way that all us Americans get fat.
it's worth it
So
though when the food's good though. It's just like
yeah. So there's a couple of restaurants here, that are they're called Chinese restaurants, but they have a sushi bar section, so you can watch the guy make everything right there in front of you.
cool.
And so they're kind of cool. But and then also both of these places also happen to be buffet style, so you can just fill your plate up and go back for seconds, thirds, or whatever.
Can't remember if Yo Sushi was like that. Could have been.
Yeah, and there's a couple of actually there's one grocery store here that I service. It's a very big one. It's new, meaning they built it inside the last 8 years, 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it has an actual sushi bar, a sushi section in the produce slash deli area, and a huge section, and it's got its own little section, and it's they make sushi right there. So the fresh fish and the seaweed and all the rice and everything, it's all made right there for you to pick up. And I don't know if they do actually take orders, but they you can see them making like different plates of stuff, and then they put it in the cellophane wrap, and it's ready to go. So it's made fresh daily. I think that's what they're
Right.
doing, is to try to show you that it's fresh. It's not like,
Yeah.
it's been in the thing for like
A week.
something like that. Yeah.
Well,
But
there was a Chinese restaurants in Aberdeen called Jimmy Chung's, and they were like buffets. You go in, you pay your price, and you get the buffet. You get all you can eat. Now the one down at the beach was great because it had the like whippy ice cream stuff, and that was good. You get banana fritters, and then put the syrup on it, and then do the ice cream. It's like really good.
nice.
Gain a good few pounds on it.
Oh
Sitting
yeah,
there. Yeah, but they closed.
exactly.
So they closed. So I think the one in the town in Union Street in the town centre of Aberdeen became like an Indian curry place or something. I never been in, but that was a long time ago. But it was like the buffets was really good there at Jimmy Chung's. Really lovely.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, great if you want to become fat. Just,
Cam in the chat says Japan is has great beer, and the sake is amazing. I spent 2
yeah,
weeks
I'm just
there
saying
before
that.
Christmas about 15 years ago. Fabulous place to visit. Have always wanted to go back.
Yeah,
That's what I hear.
We were just speaking about sake a minute ago. I've never had it. I'd love to try it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. That I know that it's I don't it depends on where you get it, I guess. I haven't seen anywhere here, so I mean it's something that's probably strictly there as far as the sake is concerned, unless it's like a massive import that you have to
Probably
pay a boatload of money to get.
an arm and a leg if you wanted to get some, I suppose.
Yeah, here we go. Abby, someone in the chat. I'd be leery of a fresh sushi bar in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Might be
it's here.
Inside.
And it's manned by the the right cultural employees as well.
Well, that's it.
I don't know.
Sushi bar in the middle of the desert. That would be funny.
Well, it's yeah, that's what we got. We got a big place around here. There's a lot of stuff here. It is a desert, that's for sure, but
Right.
it's
yeah,
grown
yeah.
up a whole lot, which is kind of scary. How the amount of people that have moved in here. My neck of the woods.
Well, I think I said this before.
Yeah,
It's just
I've
like,
addressed that, Melvin. Thank you. I've addressed that.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's right. I think I've said this before. For myself, I would step off the plane in Arizona and just melt. Just
don't show up in May or June or July or August or September. Come in like January.
right. Probably still die.
Time Prophet in the chat. I want to go to Arizona and ride Wookie's nag. Oh shit! If I had one, I would charge you. Charge you a tariff.
Yeah. Obviously, you had your McAfee on the computer, was it?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. I had McAfee on the other laptop.
It gives me I'm done with it. Thank God it's over, and I'm I'm tired of having a Tourette's fit about it. So
Yeah.
done with it. Actually, no, Time Prophet. Not everybody in Arizona owns a horse.
Huh.
No, we, I do know a person that owns and operates a horse boarding facility, but yeah, no horse for me. Uh-oh. Avast, it's free.
Right,
okay. Cool.
Never mind.
Cool. Yeah.
That reminds me, I'm gonna have to see that free malware bites. I'm gonna have to put that on. I've got the free malware bites on here. Just kind of using the standard Windows firewall and protection at the minute. So,
right.
I mean, there's been a lot more improvements to that over the years, so it's become quite good, I believe. So, well, bloody well hope so.
Abby, someone in the chat at the Time Prophet. Yes, but Wookie's nag is a carousel. Yes, you have to put the quarter in the slot, and then it goes up and down and up and down, around and around.
Yeah, so I believe Time Prophet. It's kind of in the name, really, isn't it?
I'll tell you what. A lot of these security things like McAfee and the like, where you have to subscribe to them.
Yeah,
and it's just like and the funny thing is, I remember a few years back, someone told me, well, that they actually infect your computer so that you could, give them money to go fix what they broke. Really?
Yeah, I've never had that, but yeah,
I've heard of that from a couple different people. It's
I've heard of it, but I've never experienced that. I've never needed that.
Yeah,
I've never needed to do that.
I know that with this whole thing I was going through with McAfee, I never renewed the subscription.
Okay.
It's embedded. It was embedded in the operating system. It came with the operating system.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
So, and you have to pay a license fee or whatever it is, your annual fee.
Yeah.
We didn't pay it. And it just slowly started slowing everything down in the freaking computer. It's not the internet, because things aren't happening with my daughter's computer, my wife's computer, only mine. Now, they don't have McAfee on theirs. And so only this one, because it came with the program.
Right.
And so I was having a massive Tourette syndrome about this whole effing thing. But I've taken care of it, and it appears that it's fine. It's not great because this computer is a little older model, so
Yeah.
but
I
I'm
mean,
over that.
yeah, I was waiting to say Melvin's mentioning
Yeah.
Norton. I mean, I've tried
Yeah.
Norton and McAfee. I've actually found McAfee a bit better, to be honest.
Absolutely, Melvin. That's exactly one of the things I was running into outside of the performance just fizzling off a cliff. Yeah, it's just
I found
insane.
Norton seemed to use more resources, I think. So, or at least
Yeah.
it did when I was using it on one of my old
Right.
laptops.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, that's yeah. I hear you.
I'll maybe
What
try
has he
that.
got
I've
here?
asked.
That's the checker. I have been using it for years. Okay.
Maybe give that a go.
And you're still using Windows 97 too, right? Time Prophet on his
That's right.
major
Windows.
setup. He's got a big setup, man. He's
Yeah,
got it going on. He knows what's going on.
I do believe
I do
he
have to
knows
say,
his way
like
around a computer.
the Windows programs back in the day were a lot better, in my opinion, than the ones they've got now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really screwed.
Yeah, it was a lot easier to find the solitaire and
Yeah.
Minesweeper games for one.
Yeah, it's on your server, right? Yeah, your server. You got 97 on your server. Windows
Okay.
10.
Yeah,
I wish I still had Windows 10. I upgraded to Windows 11 on this stupid thing, and that's
See, this computer
Things just
will
got
not
slow.
take. It will not take Windows 11. Not that I want it.
You're lucky.
It said that it's not compatible or something. It's like, oh no. But it's got Windows 10.
Yeah, like I said, I wish I could go back to Windows 10, but I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I told the wife, I said, next time, Linux.
I've never used Linux. I don't know much
Me
about
either,
it.
but I understand that it's very similar to Windows without the Microsoft BS.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of it. Time Profit. It definitely is slowing it down. That's part of it. Definitely part of it. Man.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Wait, do you go here? Cam. Wookie lives in the back ass of nowhere in Arizona. I used to live a couple hours away in Tempe, which is suburb of Phoenix. Yeah, I live down here in the southwest corner of hell.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Fun times. Yeah, File 13 doesn't live more than about 2 to 3 hours north of me, so he's up in that general direction. Up there.
I saw a video on YouTube a couple of months ago, and I think there's about 9 different species of rattlesnake in Arizona, or something like that.
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah,
It's
just one of them.
yes,
Seven,
it is.
seven or
It is.
8 or
There's
9.
desert here. Yes. Time Prophet. Yes. There's desert here. Is yes. I live in hell adjacent. It depends on what time of the year. In January, it's hell adjacent. In July and August, it's hell. Some of the first few layers of hell, but it's hell.
That's it. That's not long away either.
No.
It's getting close. Getting close now.
Real close. Yeah. Oh, boy. I know, right? Start. Yeah. It's so hot you evaporate when you get off the plane.
Oh, that would be me. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to bring a jacket to Arizona.
Oh, right.
At least
Okay.
not this part of Arizona. You know what? It's we're almost at 2 hours. I'm gonna actually call it because
Okay,
I
okay.
have some things I gotta do. But I had a heck
Sure.
of a time. Enjoyed it. Thank you, Cruel, for being on. Thank you,
Thanks as
Willie, for
always.
being on. Um, Let me ask you guys in the chat. Do you guys prefer me having the slides or just doing something like what we've done today, where we just pick some topics and talk about them? We kind of stay away from these slideshows. Or do you prefer to see the slideshows with the different Hollywood people or different pictures and things like that? What do you guys think? Yes,
Or,
slideshow or no slideshow?
or
Which is
worse.
better?
Or worse. I'm
Or
not bothered.
worse?
I like them both.
What do you guys think? Time Profit, Melvin, Abby, Cam
Come
Cam.
on. Come
Should we
on,
have
do it.
slideshows,
Slides or
Cam
no
Cam,
slides.
or no slides?
Come on, Time Prophet. You give an answer
You
now.
indecisive guy.
None of
You
this.
Time
None of this in
Prophet.
the middle.
Either way. All right. Well, there we go. We got 2 votes for either way. Yep. Trying to streamline everything to make sure that I don't want to go too overboard.
Yeah.
I have done that on occasion. I've gone overboard with the slides.
I
So
don't mind it. I mean,
yeah,
personally speaking, I mean, I don't mind having little topics and the
yeah. I
celebrity
mean, the slides
dress stuff.
are fun and whatever we can.
And
Yeah.
when we do the celebrity dress thing, I always act up. Oh no, and all that shit. But it's all for fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good time. So we got 3 votes. Cam, are you still with us? What do you think? Slides,
on.
no slides,
Slides, no
indifferent.
slides.
What are we doing? Time Prophet. I think we need more Darth Vader in Cruel's camp. More Darth Vader.
He's over there.
Yeah. He's on the wall.
He's up there next to my Lancaster bomber aerial picture that I tweeted out not that long ago.
I've got a Darth Vader gumball machine in here.
Cool.
Yeah. Up there with all kinds of goodies. All kinds of goodies. Right?
Yeah.
Right there. That's my Darth Vader. Here. Zoom in. Darth Vader.
All right.
There. Oh, we've
Nice.
done that. Now that everybody's. Oh, hey, look at the cameras all jacked up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my camera decided to. That's okay. We've got a camera down, but that's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, let's see here. Hang on a second. Hang on. Cam in the chat says I would drive through Wookie's town on my way to San Diego, where I used to also live, to go to the beach and get away from the 116 degree Fahrenheit temperature. Yes, that's like the average, depending on the month. That's a lot. And for y'all over there in Europe, I think that's probably about 45 degrees Celsius. So yeah. So Cam says he likes both. So okay, cool.
No, we don't have a definitive answer.
We don't have it. We don't have it.
Come on.
My camera went down. My camera went down. So I don't know. It's not. It's having an emotional episode apparently.
Yeah, so having a hissy fit.
Yeah, that's just October. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason it's. I did get it on Amazon. So.
Okay.
I did get it on Amazon. Oh well, no big deal. Great. All right. Well, so next week I'll try and have a nice slideshow set up. With some information and pictures, and we can do topic-based stuff and have a great old time. So
no
awesome.
doubt.
Again, I want to thank everybody for being in the chat. Cam Time Prophet, Abby Someone, Melvin Deeply. There was someone else. Who else was Melvin? I know Melvin was here. I'm scrolling back up the chat to see who. Oh yeah, Gobby dropped by. Hostman Socrates. Hostman Socrates dropped by. Thank you very much for being in the chat. I thought there was someone else like early on, but I can't remember who. I know Hostman, Time Prophet, the all those guys showed up. Abby, well, I'm scrolling up the thing here. Oh yeah, Gobby guys. So if I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Tim's talk. Tim Possible for being on. Appreciate that for him stopping by. I don't know who else was on. I think that might have been all the ones in the chat that I could get to. So yeah,
could be.
So great.
Thanks everyone.
So every time I see his name on there, Hostman Socrates, I always think of Bill and Ted's Exodus. So great, man.
What's up, so great? Yeah,
so great. Right. Yeah.
Hey.
I always have to catch myself because I'm going to say Socrates instead of Socrates.
Oh, no. That's funny.
So, yeah. All right, everybody. Again, thank you for stopping by and spending the morning with us, afternoon, wherever you're at. Yes. And we will be back. Man, my voice doesn't go out. We'll be back next Saturday at the same time. Actually, no. Next Saturday I won't be because I have to work on Saturday morning next week. So I may do something possibly Sunday morning or Friday night or Friday afternoon, something like that, or maybe Saturday midday. I don't know yet.
At some point.
So see, right now it's almost 7:00 your time, right?
The 10 past.
Over there. Yeah.
10 past. Yeah.
Pass it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do something about midday or something. Late morning. I don't know. Saturday night your time.
Yeah.
So
nobody's
anyway,
after
I will.
anyway.
I will definitely. I've totally forgot about having to work next Saturday morning. So, but that's what it is. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Everybody in the chat, everybody watching at home or on your computer or your phone. Thank you so much. Again,
subscribe, notification button.
Yes, absolutely. Please follow the directions of Senor Crual Birab. Please like, share, subscribe, and thank you, Willie P. From File 13 being on. Really appreciate your time. And everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and we will be seeing you on the next one. Also be on the lookout for some clips I'll be showing of other streams. I'll be putting those out. I put one out last week.
I saw that,
yeah, with our interview with the Dracula stream we did with Ian David Diaz. Yep. And so that's out. I want to put another one out here in a few days of a clip of another stream we did. So great. Everybody, have a good time. And as always, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.